Welcome ESL to week 4 in the Supercars series, and we are at Circuit of Americas as we get set for some qualifying here today. The track temp is 78 degrees, the air temp 75, and the wind is 12 miles per hour as the first car is already getting ready to hit the track here, and that is the 64 of James Hogan. Your points leader is Thomas Noble, up by 29 points. Then it's Chuck Hicks in second, Ryu in third, Walker in fourth, and O'Brien in fifth. Those are your top 5 drivers in the points. There's Tom Krieg. This is a pretty big track, so I'm probably thinking everyone's maybe just going to get one lap here. Unless they came out extremely early, they might be able to squeeze in 2. As Chuck Hicks comes out. Ahead of him is Mason Stonewall, 31. We just had our first major progression. So we'll see if teams made the right adjustments here. As your points leader is out on the track, Thomas Noble. He was last week's winner as well. Still got over 6 minutes to go. As you see O'Brien, Mitchell O'Brien, he is in the top 5 of points. I think the driver's goal today is just not to let Noble continue to create separation in the points. But the season is still young, so even if you're mid-pack in the points, you can still gain a lot of ground. There's Rhett Sawyer, the 32. Tyler Rogalski. DJ Hume. We have a new rookie driver as well. Edward Boama. Hopefully I pronounced that right. He is in number 18. There's Javier Vasquez behind him. As James Hogan crosses the line. He has set the bar for qualifying. And Tom Creek quickly jumps that bar as well as Del Rowe. Del Rowe is in first, 2 minutes, 9.977. Colby Pierce up to third. Rocky Hill on top of the board now. From DOG. DOG has been on fire as of late. They continue to drive well. Ryu moves up to 6. We still got 3 minutes to go. Tim Rachel moves up to third. James Rutherford up to in the top 5 and 5th. Mitchell O'Brien crosses the line. Thomas Noble on top of the board. He put together a great lap. Aaron Kozak up to 9th. Marco Swift in 15th. So he beat out Rocky Hill by about 0.3 of a second. So he put together a great lap. Brett Sawyer in 9th. Dougie Zoom up to 15th. Still got a little over 1 minute to go. Tom Krieg up to 2nd. Tonto Gonzalez up to 13th. AMK Ski 2nd on the board. We know he's fast. Last season he was extremely fast, especially towards the end of the season. He was on a roll. Odell Walker to 8th. Harlow to 4th. Ryu moves up to 3rd. Thomas Noble's time is still holding. Chuck Hicks up to 10th. There's still a few more cars that have to cross the line. Javier moves up to 7th. This is an endurance race today, so we have 2 pit stops. As time has expired, we'll see what other drivers still have to cross this line, and can they improve in their lap time. Brett Sawyer jumps to 5th on the board. It looks like Tonto Gonzalez is about to cross the line. Might be it for drivers. We'll see. But if this holds, Thomas Noble continues with his momentum from last week and will start on the pole. AMK Ski second, Ryu third, Harlow fourth, Sawyer fifth, Hill sixth, Krieg seventh, Vasquez eighth, Delro ninth, and Rachel rounds out your top 10. So everyone is heading onto the pits. And it looks like this might be it. And the session is officially over. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. We are back. And week 4 is underway in the Supercars series. Who is going to get off to a great start? Who had a good jump on the start of this race? Ski gets into it with Ryu. That definitely slowed down the 72. Noble is your leader, Ryu in second, Ski in third. Mitchell O'Brien trying to make a pass on Stonewall. He gets by. Looks like Stonewall has some damage on the left side, but he is up 6 positions in 19th. As we try to take a closer look, and it's on the other side of that car. just looks like he traded paint. I don't think it's something serious, and he definitely traded paint with someone on the start of this race. Almost still your leader, but he's not pulling away as of yet. We'll see once tire wear starts coming into play, how well do these drivers manage their tires. There goes Ski trying to take second place right back. They're side by side going around turn 2. Ski cannot make the pass there. Looked like Sawyer got a little wide on that turn there. Zoom almost had an opening, took advantage of that. Javier and Rachel. This is a battle for 6. And Rachel gets by the number 7. Now it looks like Sawyer, he's going to try to make a pass here if he can on the inside, but he cannot get there. Further back, there's Tom Krieg. Gordell Walker currently in 12th. Dougie Zoom, he is your biggest mover, up 7 positions from the start. Currently in 14th. Looking at about 12, maybe 15, 12 to 15 laps on fuel, give or take. As Noble continues to lead here. About half a second over Ryu. Gonzalez loses his spot. He is down 4 spots early on. As they head down the straight into turn 12. The Ski is all over Ryu. Right behind him is Hill. And then it's Harlow. Pit stops will be crucial, and when do drivers decide to come in? As you can see, Hume got very wide on the turn. He is in 24th now. Now it's Bob Harlow with the fastest lap. so far today. He is currently in 5th. Snowball continues to lead, still by about 0.6 of a second. Can he continue to try to pull away? He's got that clean air. And that makes a world of difference. The track is still pretty cool, 78 degrees. If the sun comes out, we'll see if the track changes and how does that affect drivers. Let's do a rundown of your top 15. As of right now, Thomas Noble, your leader. Ryu in second. Ski in third. Hill in fourth. Harlow in fifth. Rachel in sixth. Vasquez in seventh. Sawyer in eighth. Delro in ninth. Krieg in 10th. Pierce in 11th. Walker in 12th. Hicks in 13th. Zoom in 14th. And Hogan rounds out your top 15. As they cross the line and start lap 5. We still got 31 to go. Noble continues to try to build on his lead. Almost a second lead already. So it looks like he's getting faster. The deeper we get into this first run here. Ryu in second, and Ski in third. As we're about halfway through this run, before we'll see our first round of pit stops. Aaron Kozak and Stonewall, that's a battle for 20th. Stonewall not trying to give up that position. They're still side by side going around 16. But Kozak moves forward up to 20th. He is down 3 spots though from the start of the race. Ski, can Ski get by the 402 here? And if they start to battle for second, that's definitely going to help Noble continue to pull away. Have Rocky Hill in fourth and then Harlow in fifth. Shell in sixth, Vasquez still in seventh, closely followed by the 32 of Sawyer. He is in eighth. He's down 3 spots from the start of the race. Then you have Delbro and Krieg. Mitchell O'Brien currently in 18th. Right there behind him is Evan Hunt in 19th. Tyler Rogolski in 17th. And Noble continues to hold on to a second lead. He's not pulling away, but he's holding on to that second lead. He's staying consistent with his lap times. This is good to give yourself a little bit of cushion, especially in an endurance race, in case you have a bad pit stop. See, right, you're trying to break that draft so Ski doesn't have no momentum. Let's enjoy the sights and sound of Coda for a few laps. As you can see, Thomas Noble, he continues to gain a few tenths here, a few tenths there. Now the lead is over a second and a half. So he is definitely getting stronger the deeper we get into this run. But we are very close to the first round of pit stops. And Ryu has pulled away from Ski. So tire wear is starting to show now as drivers are creating some separation here. Rocky Hill still in fourth, Harlow in fifth. Dennis Rachel in sixth. And then there's a gap between 6 and 7, about almost 2 seconds. We saw earlier on Walker get by Pierce. He is currently in 11th. Who's going to be the first taker onto pit road? Some of these crew chiefs might want to short pit and hopefully gain some ground. As we go around turn 17 and 18. Does anyone come in this time around? And no takers yet, but I know some of these drivers are ready for some fresh tires. Harlow still holds the fastest lap time. We still have 26 laps to go. Noble's lead is up to 2 seconds. Seems to gain a few tenths, and there is Walker making another pass. He passes Tom Krieg. Now Walker's in the top 10. Having a good run so far. He definitely has some late run speed. All of a sudden that car has turned it up some. He's made 2 passes here in the last few laps. And he is looking for more. See Rhett Sawyer trying to take a peek at, to the inside of the 7. Will we get any takers this time around? Noble's about to cross the start finish. Teams try to stretch the fuel instead. I mean, if you're mid-pack or towards the back of the pack, you might as well try something different and hopefully you could gain a few positions. There's Ryu still in second. He has created some distance between him and Ski. He just cannot gain any ground on Noble. As you can see, Harlow, he has faded slightly, not by much, but Rocky Hill has pulled away probably about half second or so. But Noble looking very comfortable as your leader. Continues to hit his marks, not make no mistakes. And he's going to head out to pit road. And it looks like he might be the first one. Well, there's people following suit, so everyone is behind him. We'll see if anyone stays out. And it looks like Rocky Hill, he stays out. Rachel stays out. Now it's going to be a race out of pit road. As a few drivers stay out. Hill, Rachel, Delro, Walker, Creek, Pierce, Hicks, Hogan, Rutherford, Hunt. All those drivers decided to stay out. But this could be for the lead here as Noble peels off first. And here comes Ryu. So Hill is currently your leader, Rachel second, Delro third. How long do these drivers stay out? As Hume comes out of pit road. But most of these drivers came in around lap 12. Man, that's close on fuel there towards the end. These drivers that are kind of staying out here might be to their benefit. We will see. And here comes Hill onto pit road. Does everyone else come in or does anyone else stay out for another lap? It is a long way around. So if you miscalculated fuel, you will run out. And there's Noble. He's rounding turn 19. Be your leader once again as we cycle through. Out comes Hill out of pit road. He's going to come out third. So good pit stop for him. As the rest of the cars come out of pit road, there's Marco Swift currently in 22nd. As we have fully cycled through, and Noble's still your leader now. Noble's lead is 5 seconds. So he had a heck of a pit stop. The graphic is showing 2.6 second pit stop, but that has to be some type of error. And hopefully they didn't miscalculate fuel for that number 6. But let's go through your top 20. After that first round of pit stop, you got Noble, your leader, Ryu in second, Hill in third, Ski in fourth, Rachel fifth, Harlow sixth, Vasquez seventh, Del Rowe eighth, Sawyer ninth, lost his spot during the pit stops, Cordell Walker 10th, Pierce 11th, Krieg 12th, Zuma 13th, Hicks 14th, Hogan 15th, Rogolski 16th, Rutherford 17th, Hunt 18th, Kozak 19th, and O'Brien 20th. O'Brien probably had a bad pit stop as well, down 6 positions. So it's going to be interesting. Cars that pitted on lap 12 and those that decided to stay out an extra lap. I mean, 12, that puts you maybe 30. Man, that puts you on the nose of 35. If they pit on lap 24, I mean, it's close on fuel. Very close. We'll see when drivers decide to pit the second time around. There is Gonzalez. Battling Stonewall. This is for 22nd. They're side by side going around 17. Now it's Tom Krieg with the fastest lap today. He is currently in 12th. It's a big difference when you put a set of fresh tires. As we have a battle for 10th. That's Pierce and Walker. Once again, those two have gone at it a few times. Who is going to win that battle to get into the top 10? And Walker might lose another spot here to Krieg. As they're trying to side by side. Krieg got a little loose there. He's not going to be able to make the pass. He got loose, lost his momentum. Couldn't make it by the 71. The track temp is holding steady at 78. Looks like the sun is breaking through. We'll see if that makes any difference. There's Hogan and Chuck Hicks. This is for 14th. Hicks on the inside. Can he make that pass? Check on your leader, Noble. He has pulled away almost a 6-second lead. It just continues to be fast. One thing the 6 might have to worry about before this race is over is a little bit of traffic. Because you have the 18 and the 26. They're about 10 turns away. Maybe a few more than that. But after that second pit stop, he might be right with them at that point. He's going to have to deal with those cars. Ryu still in second, and he's all alone in second. He has about 3 seconds over Hill, his teammate, but you have 2 DOG cars in the top 3. There's Ski in 4th and Ray Shell in 5th. Your biggest mover is Dougie Zoom. He is up 8 positions, currently in 13th. Aaron Kozak battling Evan Hunt. This is for 19th, 18th actually. Hunt trying to hold on. Now it's O'Brien. He's gonna try to get by his former team. He's trying to side draft off of the 99 here on this straightaway. Can O'Brien make this pass? He's not having the day he wanted today. He doesn't want to lose too much ground in the standings. As he continues to fight Kozak here for 19th. And he wins the battle this time. Noble's lead is still the same. He hasn't lost time, but he hasn't gained time. As we got 18 laps to go. I think the key is when do you make this pit stop? You want to make sure you have enough fuel to make it. Until the end. Shell in the top 5, having a good race today. Crystal Rowe in 8th, Brett Sawyer 9th. Let's ride on board at 16 for 1 lap. continues to stay in 8th. As we just went around Coda for 1 lap. You can see how much drivers have to deal with at this track. We also saw the sun trying to peek out a little more, but it has not warmed up the track. Still at 78. And Thomas Noble has lost time. He has lost about 0.6 of a second here in the last few laps. He still has a big lead, but he has lost some time to Ryu. We'll see if this will be a continued trend here. We still have a few more laps before we're going to see the second round of pit stops. But if you have to gain some time, now is the time to do it. There was a lot more cloud cover early on to start this race, so is this starting to affect the 6 car? We'll see. As we got 15 laps to go. And we still have 1 more round of pit stops. Will anyone try to short pit here? But if you do, probably don't make it to the end unless you figure out how to stretch out that fuel, save fuel somehow. O'Brien in 19th. Kozak almost tried to make a pass again, but couldn't get there. Had a shot at it though. This next round of pit stops is going to be crucial. Chuck Hicks is trying to get by James Hogan, and he cannot. And it's Thomas Noble on pit road. Does anyone follow him? And they do not. So I wonder, during Noble's first pit stop, they did just have a bad pit stop and did not put enough fuel. There is a big chance that happened. And now can he even make it to the end? It's lap 22 as he rolls out of pit road. This could be a crucial mistake by that pit crew in that first pit stop. It could have maybe cost him the race. We'll see how this plays out. But right now, that's a big deal. Right now, Ryu, he is your leader, followed by Rocky Hill. Sometimes your pit crew can make or break your race. Well, we'll see how this plays out. It's going to get very interesting here. As Thomas Noble, Chuck Hicks moves up to 13. He gets by James Hogan. Now Rogalowski's trying to make a pass here. Rogalski. Does Ryu pit here? Does he stay out? And here comes Ryu. So maybe Noble just pitted a little early. But man, can you stretch it to the end? Because Ryu is the only one that comes in. Rocky Hill stays out. Ski stays out. Rachel stays out. And Harlow. So this is getting even more interesting by the lap here. So this could be some big mistakes here by these pit crews. And can these drivers that pitted early continue to save fuel to just make it to the end? Because these drivers that staying out, they could definitely make it to the end once they pit. Unless their pit crew makes a mistake and doesn't put in enough fuel. As we go around turn 13 and 14. When does Hill come in onto pit road? We have 13 laps to go here. It'll be 12 when they cross the line. Does Hill come in this time? And he does. As Noble and Ryu were going at it, this could be for the lead here as Noble gets by Ryu. As Hill's on pit road. Ski, Rachel, Harlow. Pit road is getting busy. As Noble comes out of the last turn. And Krista Rowe has not pitted. There's about another 6, 7 drivers that have not pitted yet. So their tires are gonna be a little fresher than everyone else's. So right now it's Chris Rowe and Colby Pierce and Walker 1, 2, and 3. As Hugh comes out of pit road as well as Stonewall. see what this picture looks like once we completely cycle through. We gotta wait for at least another 8, 9 drivers to pit. We'll see who made the right call to give them their best chance to win this race. And here comes the row. I think everyone else comes in here. All these drivers, they're going to make it to the end without any issues. Unless there's mistakes by the fuel man. There goes Noble coming out the last turn. Ryu is all over the number 6. Because right now, this will be a battle for the lead. As drivers are coming out of pit road. There's Evan Hunt, James Rutherford. As we have 11 laps to go here at COTA. One, can Noble pull away from Ryu? And two, does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? And Noble cannot make no mistakes here, because any mistake he makes, Ryu will take advantage and take the lead. As Javier battles Chris Del Ro, this is for 7th. Rogoski trying to battle Evan Hunt here. This is for 16th. Right behind them is Mitchell O'Brien in 17th. He gets by Hunt. As we go back to your leader. He has about a half-second gap here. Can he continue to build on it? Big question, does Noble and does Ryu have enough to get to the end? Enough fuel. They made the call to come in a little early. And looking at these pit stop times, Ryu's pit stop was 4 seconds faster than Noble. That's why he closed the gap. He made up a lot of ground in that last pit stop. He actually was ahead of Noble, and then Noble got passed. Then you have Rocky Hill. He's out 3 seconds back from the leader. So let's do a rundown of your top 15 one more time. So you got Noble, he is your leader. Ryu is in second. Hill in third. Rachel fourth. Ski fifth. Harlow sixth. Vasquez seventh. Del Rowe eighth. Kobe Pierce with a good race, up 7 positions in ninth. Sawyer in the top 10 in 10th. Cordell Walker in 11th. Krieg in 12th. Hicks in 13th. And Dougie Zoom in 14th. Hogan rounds out your top 15, and you got Tyler Rogalski in 16th. As we have 9 to go here. And the big story is, does Noble and Ryu have enough fuel to make it to the end? Noble's doing everything he can for Ryu not to get by him. You see him breaking the draft, trying a different line here and there. This is a part of the course that sometimes drivers get a little wide. But Ryu continues to not let the 6 pull away. That 402 gets all so close to that bumper. He's just waiting for an opportunity. Can he make something happen here heading into 1? We have a battle for 8th. That was Pierce and Del Rowe. How is this going to play out? Still about half-second lead for Noble. We know Noble got strong towards the end of the run. Gets pretty strong towards the end of the run. Track temp is still the same, even though the sun has come out some. The sun is not full strength, but it's 77 degrees track temp. The wind is a little less, 10 miles an hour. And Rocky Hill has been quietly closing this gap. They had a 3-second lead on him. It's down to under 2 seconds. And he pitted about 2 laps. His tire's about 2 laps fresher than Noble and only 1 lap fresher than Ryu. As we got 7 laps to go. We'll see how much closer Hill can get. Round turn 7 and 8. As Walker and Sawyer. Oh, and there's a wreck here. The 16, he spins out. A lot of cars might reset here. This is going to change a lot. Tom Craig, Pierce. Let's try to see what happened with the 16. A spin out on the track here. And he gets hit by Pierce. That is exactly what happens. Let's get on a chopper cam here. The 16 comes down on Pierce. And then there's just a small little pile up there. Sawyer had nowhere to go. Unfortunately, he gets caught up in this mess. The 16 just loses it there. Let's ride on board the 042. Man, that was unfortunate turn of events. Walker got caught up. Creed got caught up. Sawyer. And it wasn't even their fault. And we have 6 laps to go. Man, that's a tough way to get out this race, man. That just, it's not your fault, and it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes you catch those breaks, sometimes you don't. With the 16, he definitely got loose. Spins out in front of Pierce. Pierce was having such a great day as well. Well, still a half second lead for Noble, and Hill continues to close in under a second and a half. So those fresher tires are making somewhat of a difference here for the 12. As he has caught up to these two. I mean, the big question still is, does Noble have enough to make it to the end? As a lot of cars are back. And coming back out on the track, the 32, the 77. All these cars that had to reset are back out on the track, so that's good for them. Del Rose, the only one still on pit road because he suffered a little bit of damage. He got hit by Pierce after spinning out. But now Noble's going to have to deal with Pierce now, as we got 5 laps to go. He's going to have to deal with Pierce. He's going to have to get by Pierce, and he's going to have to worry about Ryu and Hill as well. Ryu should try to make a clean pass here. And there goes Noble onto pit road, as well as Ryu. They did not have enough fuel. They pitted too early. And they're on pit road. As Hill goes right on by. Now, does Rocky Hill have enough? And here comes Ryu and Noble. Ryu came out ahead of Noble. As we'll have 3 laps to go when they cross the line. So he goes around turn 17. Rocky Hill has a 7-second lead over Rachel, so he is sitting good as long as he can make it to the end here. And then you have Ski in 3rd, Harlow 4th, Javier 5th, Ryu 6th, Noble 7th. They're still going to finish in the top 10. Hicks 8th, Hogan 9th, and Zoom 10th. Now, does Hill have enough? Did his crew chief make the right decision for their pit strategy? Because if he did, he will win this race. We'll have 2 laps to go this time by. win this race? Did he save enough fuel to make it to the end? That is the biggest question here. A few more turns here. And then we're going to get the white flag. Rochelle still in second, Ski in third. And the white flag waves the last lap here at Coda. Hill with an 8-second lead. Hill has Pierce in front of him, but it doesn't look like he's going to catch him. So we don't have to worry about that. He just needs to save as much fuel as he can and get to the end of this race. There's only a few more turns to go for Hill. At this point, you're just gonna go for it. If you run out, you run out. I mean, if you head onto pit road, you're gonna lose a ton of spots here. Only a few more turns to go. As he doesn't head onto pit road, he goes around the final turn. The checkered flag is waving. And it's Rocky Hill wins in week 4 in Circuit of Americas. Tim Rochelle second, Ski third, Bob Hartle fourth, Javier fifth, Ryu sixth, almost seventh, considering they pitted and they had to pit again. I mean, that's a great finish in the top 10. Hicks in 8th, James Hogan 9th, and Dougie Zoom rounds out your top 10. Congrats to Rocky Hill and the DOG team. They played their cards right. bringing the 12 into victory lane. And the 12 just ran out of fuel. So he was on fumes. He was on fumes. He cannot make it back around. They they planned it just right. Put just enough fuel in for him to make it to the end. And he runs out before turn 12 of fuel. But they'll take the win. But congrats to Rocky Hill once again and DLG on the win. IndyCar's supposed to be up next. I don't know if I could squeeze the race in. I'll let you guys know in about 20 minutes or so. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.